Good evening, welcome back. Uh, this afternoon, when I bumped into one specific YouTube video, this video was by a photographer, a youngster who I know since I don't know him personally, but I've been seeing his work on YouTube since last probably 1 or 2 years, and he does very good tutorials, and I like the way he does things. And I'm not sure about his portfolio and what is his specialization, but at least for the teaching aspect of photography he's doing really well, and he's grown really well, and he's got some good sponsorships and all the stuff. Anyway, that aside, so I saw this video by him for which was, I think, the release for the photography day. So it is like a very creative video, what photography means to him, and why somebody should do photography and things around it. It's a nice, like, around 2.5 3 minute video, but there are 2 3 specific things that he touched upon. One, he told us, like, don't get carried away by the genre. Okay, that's one thing. Don't get too attached and don't get too carried away by a specific genre of photography or a specific style of photography. And second thing he says, which is a very obvious, and I don't know, everyone has been talking about it since decades, and they'll continue to do it for next centuries, but people don't follow it. That is, don't get carried away by the equipment. Don't feel that you don't have a specific equipment and then uh, think that you can't do it just because you don't have a specific lens. You can't take a certain photo. No, like, we're not talking about taking wildlife photos with the kit lens. We are at least talking about, like, don't limit yourself to telling that until I get buy that lens I won't be able to take. Don't limit yourself. And I think in the end he says once very specific, that is what has got me, like, do what you love. Like, just, like, enjoy what you like to do and do what you love. So that's a specific told. That kept on running in my head. And, like, few things, like, when it gets my attention, it keeps on running in my head. And I bumped into another conversation wherein this was about possessiveness. Now, then I started linking, like, though I don't know what I can tell about that possessive part of it, but at least when I link it to myself. So what has happened is, like, I in past used to get a lot carried away by the things that I'm too attached to certain things. um, I was, like, so much attached to my what do you say, the type of camera that I'm using, the specific camera that I'm using, the type of pen that I use, the things that I have in my car, and the watch that I wear. And I, like, even now, I'm not telling no, things like watch and all, I'm very specific, I'm very possessive about my watch. I don't give it to anyone, I don't give my cameras to anyone and things like that. But I just realized that the more we get possessive, okay, the more we get carried away, and the more it tends us to make us do things which we don't want to do. I'll give you a simple instance. I don't know how many times I've spoken about it in public or to friends. Um, this happened about, like, maybe a 12 or 13 years ago, or maybe this could have been a story for stories from Journey to Nature, but I'll probably tell it here because that's more apt now. So it happened, like, this was in my first office, and this was after I had come back. I think so, yeah, after I had come back from my, no, this is before I went to UK, yeah. So it happened, like, I was with my point and shoot camera in the office. Some ethnics day or something was happening, and even from then, I'm telling you, this my madness or possessiveness about my cameras and what I do, what I shoot is there since probably 10 15 years. But so it happened, like, I had taken few photos of my colleagues, and including that of my manager, and my manager was seeing these photos on my camera, and he told, like, this photo is not good. I told, like, no, it's good, it's fine. And then he told, like, no, I don't look nice in this or something. Like, it's okay, fine, leave it, I'll not put it anywhere. He told, like, I want to delete it, and he actually went ahead and deleted without my permission. Okay, he should have told me to do it, but he did it. For some reason, I got so angry. I just snatched the camera and I threw it on the floor. I just told, like, don't do it. Okay, it's my camera, it's my stuff, it's my photo. You don't look good, you don't want me to publish it anywhere, I'll not do it. But don't try to delete what I have taken. I just, like, got really angry. And just imagine, I was like, what, a guy with about 1 year experience in a company talking to my manager like that. I just threw my camera in front of him itself. Anyway, things settled down after that. Not that it went into fight and all, But that's the kind of possessiveness I had for my cameras, my photos and all. And that's the type of reaction I gave. Like I just literally threw my camera on the floor. I mean, as good as like I broke it. It didn't break, thankfully. I still have that camera. But if you get over attached to things, right, this is what happens. And again, relating back to that photographer thing, like just do what you love what you did. Don't get too attached, don't get too carried away. I think that's very fantastically told. He didn't say anything about possessiveness. Maybe you're feeling, why am I relating two things, which might sound strange, but he just ended up telling, like, do what you love, shoot what you love. I think that's what he ended up saying. And I just felt that sometimes getting attached too much to certain things is leads to far more negative things than positive. Like, yeah, it's no harm being possessive about something, but again, it's not really good if you get over attached, because it will force you to do things which you don't even expect that it would happen. And apparently I bumped into something which was a consequence of that um, sometime recently. So I just thought I'll relate both of them. So that's it for today's video. It's a very short one, and it's a festive weekend kind of thing this week. Tomorrow is a festival. It's a working day for me, but it's a festival day, and Saturday my favorite festival. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'll keep you posted about how the festival was and all those things. So until then, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.